Welcome everybody, welcome back. If you just took the anniversary 20 exercises in 20-minute workout, you are ready for slowing it down. So if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Tara Mazanek of Tara Mazanek Wellness, and today we embark on my 20-year anniversary of being in wellness. February 2nd, 2002 is when I started, and today is February 2nd, 2022. So 20 years of helping men and women just like you move and feel better in their bodies. And I am so excited to be here today. Head on over to my YouTube channel and look at this workout we just did. 20 exercises in 20 minutes. And then you're gonna wanna do this, a quick 40-minute workout. It's gonna be great. So we're gonna start off with some breathing. If you have a block or some pillows or blanket, you're gonna wanna sit on it, because what you're gonna wanna do is elevate the floor and elongate your spine. Sitting up nice and tall, you can move the flesh away from your sits bones and just start to settle in. Settle in to your sits bones, being intact with the object that you're sitting on, and just settle into your breath. Maybe you put your hands on your rib cage so you can feel your breath going in and out. Or maybe you put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Maybe you close your eyes and start to feel the breath moving in and out, creating more space, moving the breath away from your chest, moving the shoulders away from the ears on every exhale, making some nice audible sounds to help recruit that parasympathetic nervous system, or that relaxed nervous system. We spend a lot of our day in fight or flight or stress mode, so it's nice to come to the mat and release all of that. 2 more breaths in and out. One more time here. And exhale. And as you bring your hands kind of away from you, shake them out. You can open your eyes and just shake them out on the mat. And roll your shoulders back and down. And just release some of that tension in your neck. And maybe you do any little micro movements that feel good. Maybe you roll your head in a circle, going in both directions. Sweeping your arms all the way up to the sky. Grab onto your left wrist and then lean to the right. And then slowly transition to the other side, grabbing on to the right wrist and then lean to the left. Maybe you look underneath that right armpit. And then coming back through center, bringing your arms back behind you and lift your chest towards the sky, placing your fingertips as far back as you can. And you can lift your head and neck, and if it feels okay for you, lower your head back. If not, just look forward. And start to slowly come back center. And then placing your hands down on the floor and out in front of you, start to walk out, keeping your hip bones intact with the block, and start to walk your fingertips forward and then bow down. Start to slowly walk your hands back towards your thighs. Place your right hand down onto the mat. Sweep your left arm all the way up and over, and then twist, bringing that left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Coming into your first twist of the day, notice how it feels on that left side body. Can you bring some more air and space into the rib cage? On your next inhale, start to move your left arm all the way up and over, and at the same time, sweep your right arm up and twist over to the left. One more breath in. And then exhale. On your next inhale, sweep your right arm all the way up. And then come back to neutral. You can remove the block from your sits bones and place your feet firmly on the ground. And we're just going to windshield wiper your knees. So you can place your feet a little wider, and you're going to drop your knees to one side and then drop them over to the other side. And just go back and forth, side to side. And just feeling that opening in through your hip. And now drop them down to the left and come all the way up. Reach your right arm all the way up and over. Stretching all the muscles in the front of the body. Hips come down, sweep the right arm over. Take the knees to the other side. Press your right hand into the floor. Sweep your left arm up and come up, pushing your hip forward. Left arm comes down, taking your feet all the way over to the top of the mat. Taking your legs out straight, can move the flesh away from your sits bones. Sweep your arms all the way up and then start to fold forward from the hip crease. When you can't fold anymore, then just start to round to finish out. So whenever you fold, you're folding from the hip, not the back. Breathing in and out. Slowly start to walk your hands back. And now come onto all fours. So take your legs back and around and come into tabletop on your hands and knees. Stretching out the wrist. Start to shimmy back and forth just to come into those forearms. And then you're going to flip your hands around so that they're facing your thighs. And you're going to do the same thing. So back and forth, and you'll feel that nice stretch in through your forearms and your wrist. And the wrists take quite a beating. One more time. And now flip your hands over so the top of your hand is on the mat and your palms are up. And you're going to start to do some finger flexion. So you're just going to make a fist with your fingers and then spread them wide. Make a fist, spread them wide, and again. And one more time. And now bring your hips towards your heels. Come all the way up to kneeling and shake it out. And just maybe you do a little circle with your wrists. Coming back onto all fours. Take your toes, tuck them under, and start to lift your knees off the mat. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to drive your hips all the way up to downward facing dog. Taking a breath in and out, relaxing your shoulders. Bend your knees, walk to the top of your mat. Straighten your legs as much as you can and lift your upper body to a flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. This time, inhale as you sweep it all the way up with a flat back, coming all the way up to standing, and then bring your hands down right through heart center. Stay for a breath. On your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, hands touch, and then fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank, and hold. Holding in your high plank position, push the floor away with your hands. Slowly slide forward, glue your elbows to your waist, and lower yourself half down. If you need to drop your knees, lower yourself halfway, and then sweep it up to upward facing dog, keeping your thighs on the mat if you choose, or lift them off. Take a breath in, and then exhale, pull the belly in and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, bending one knee and then the other. And we're moving just very slowly
to really feel the body open up on its own. You never want to force the body. You want to move with more purpose and intention. Taking your feet slowly inward, lift the right leg to the sky, keeping your toes pointing down. Not so concerned with how high you can go. I just want your hips to be square. Now take that knee, bring it right into your chest, and then step it forward. Dropping the back knee on the ground, untuck your toes, sweep your arms all the way up, and then go into a little mini back bend. Sweeping your arms and your hips, take them back. Straighten that front leg. Feel that stretch all along the back of the leg. And then slowly move through center and drop that hip down towards the floor, arms up. One more time, sweep it back. Heel comes up, stretching through that front side body. And then sweep it up, drop the hip to the mat. Keeping your hands and arms up to the sky, tuck your toes under and lift the back knee off the floor, crescent lunge. Drop the back heel, warrior one. You can even step the back foot in just a little bit. Hold here and warrior one. Breathe in. Relax your shoulders and notice if you're clenching in your jaw. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, open up into warrior two. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior. And then take that arm down to side angle pose, left arm up. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Take a breath in. And then exhale, cartwheel your arms down, step back, high plank. Going through your vinyasa, lower down to low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it in, breathe it out, 2 breaths. Take your right foot, step it in. Left leg comes up, hold here. And get your base, make sure you're equally distributed through both hands. Bring your knee into your chest and then step it forward. Dropping your back knee down, sweep your arms up, untuck your toes, driving your hips down towards the mat. Breathe in. And on the exhale, sweep it back, straighten that front leg. Breathe in, sweep it forward, drop that hip, arms come up. Breathe in. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, untuck the back knee, untuck the toe, lift the knee off the ground, crescent lunge. Dropping that back knee, back foot rather down, step it in, warrior one. Stay for 2 breaths. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, open up into warrior two. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior. And then left arm comes down, side angle. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg and then turn your toes to face forward. Bring your arms all the way up and then start to fold forward, bringing your hands down towards the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Upper body lifts halfway up. Place your left hand on the floor and then take your right arm. Stretch it up to the sky. Right arm comes down. Switch it over to the left. Left arm comes down. Toe heel your feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you sweep it all the way up. Hands touch, and then exhale. Bring it all the way down. Couple of breaths in and out. And then we're going to walk over to the top of your mat. Sweeping your arms all the way up on the inhale. Exhale, sitting down into chair, Utkatasana. Holding here. Hands come down through heart center, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Lower down to low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes up. And then sweep it all the way in and up to the top of your mat, coming into half pigeon. And you can stay here or fold all the way forward. We won't stay here too long. Although if you want to stay here, you can pause the video and stay here for as long as you wish, if you need a little bit more stretch in those outside hips. You're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Slowly starting to come up. Placing your hands on the mat. Untuck your back toe and just start to lift your hips off the mat, coming into downward facing dog. You can shake out that right leg. Moving over to the other side, left leg comes up. Step it up and through, coming into half pigeon. And then just start to slowly make your way down towards the mat. Slowly making your way back up with intention. Lean over to your left hip and then slide the right hip and leg all the way over. Bringing your feet together. Coming into seated butterfly. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. And then start to slowly fold forward. Folding again right from that hip crease. Coming up nice and slow. And start to slowly straighten that right leg and then the left. And we're going to do classic Pilates roll down as we come into our final posture. Slowly rolling down, one vertebrae at a time until you come all the way down. And just resting all the way down onto your mat, placing your hands right by your side, and your legs can come out just a little bit. And just coming into Shavasana briefly to settle into your day and offer yourself some gratitude. And just letting your body melt down into the mat. And feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you wish. If you're following along, start to move your hands and your feet. And start to bring your right knee into your chest. And then the left. And then begin to roll over onto one side. And take your time and slowly make your way all the way up to a seated position. Sitting cross-legged or
Maybe you bring one foot in front of the other, moving the sits bones away from, or the flesh away from your sits bones, placing your hands right into heart center, closing your eyes, taking 3 breaths in and out. And every time you exhale, just let go of one more thing that didn't serve you throughout the day. The longer we hold on to what doesn't serve us, the heavier it gets. And we want to live our lives with joy, purpose, and happiness. Bringing your thumbs all the way to the third eye center. The light in me shines within the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Together we bow forward and say Namaste. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. I'm so appreciative for you being here celebrating my 20th year anniversary in wellness. Here to help you move and feel better in your bodies. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.